Hi guys, this is Strawberry and welcome to another Webtoon vlog. Let's have some coffee first and some off-cam stretching before I start my work. So today I'm going to work on my other series, Flame Between Shadow and Eyes, because I just finished the Getting It Straight initial sketches. So right now, I am taking a look at the storyboard that I did 2 days ago for Flame Between Shadow and Eyes, and look at that. Look at how long the pages are, and how many pages am I going to work for this week and the rest of the month? It's 45 pages. So, yep. But anyway, I'm going to schedule first the previous episodes that I did for Flame Between Shadow and Eyes before I go sketch the storyboard that I did 2 days ago for this. As you can see, I was just checking the panels and how the flow of the previous chapter is, and yeah, basically just pre-checking everything before I submit it to Webtoon for ad revenue review. So our Webtoon is officially monetized, so it means the next episodes that we put out there will have ads in it, and we must comply to their terms and conditions and so on and so forth. That's why we must pass or submit first the Webtoon episodes before Webtoon publish it officially on public, so that everything will work fine. But yeah, going back, here I am now looking for a piano for our Webtoon, because the scene that I'm going to do on the very first page, I think, is kinda romantic in a sense, or it's just a prelude or introduction of what's going to happen in the rest of the episode. I kinda had a hard time picking for the right piano piece that I will use in this setting in the rooftop where the moonlight shines, because originally in the script the writer told me that the piano must be elegant looking, but I couldn't find any elegant looking piano in the Club Studio Paint asset or in the SketchUp warehouse. If anything, any elegant piano that they have are paid, but we're poor, so we're just looking for a free asset that we can use for this particular scene, because it's just a one-time scene, and I don't think it will happen again, or it would take more chapters for the piano scene to appear again. So yeah, we don't really need the paid asset, because yeah, for that reason. Also, we're trying to spend less money on this since the production of the episodes were already, expensive, especially the payment for assistant. So, yeah, we must be wiser on choosing the assets that we're going to use for now. And speaking of assistant, I do have a line art assistant for Flame Between Shadow and Eyes and Getting It Straight, but for Getting It Straight recent episode, I was just planning to do everything on my own, because I really like the chapter and how the flow of my storyboard went there. So I kind of want to enjoy the lining works, especially line art is my favorite process, like lining the sketches that I did, and somehow take my time in drawing the characters, because I kind of miss that feeling when you satisfy yourself with making really crisp line art, like that feeling when you're just happy while doing it. And when you're happy doing it, your result is undeniably good too. So, yeah. By the way, I'm so sorry if my grammar is really bad because English is not my first language. It's just a secondary language that we use here in our country. And I'm not really very fluent with it yet. So, yeah, you might find it annoying sometimes, the way I speak. But yeah, can't be helped. I really wanted to speak in today's video. So I hope you can bear with it for a little longer. Anyway, the way that I'm doing things right now, it's kind of chaotic, and I usually use 3D models for the anatomy to make the anatomy consistent and the art style somehow consistent as well with the use of 3D models and the perspective and proportions of the characters that I'm about to draw. And yeah, it will take some time because setting up 3D models are not that easy. You need to study it, you need to take your time finding out the right proportion, finding out the right perspective and placement and location of your characters in the background and how you mix it in the background as well. And of course, how it affects the flow of the overall episode. So I gotta be careful in setting this all up because once you color it, it will be even harder to edit it later. So it's better that we must be careful in the storyboard and sketching phase than doing everything all over again once the panels are already done or I will be done for. Also, when you use 3D models, it's very important that you also know how anatomy works. Like, you must know the basic foundation of drawing, like the shapes, the squares, the C's, the S, the circles, the cylinders, all of that. Because when you use 3D models, you might not notice it at first, but when you trace the 3D models as is, it would look stiff as is. So, in order to avoid that, you must know how the body part stretches. You know what I mean? Like what they look on different angles and how the body moves. Like for example, for the arms, 3D models cannot stretch it the way the real body does. So when you try to set it up and stretch it like how a real arm does, it won't do it like that. But luckily, Clip Studio Paint has this feature where you can just take a picture of yourself or take some references from Pinterest or other sites, just an image that you can import in the 3D scanner, and it will automatically copy the pose of the image that you insert. So yeah, that's one way that you can use the tool from Clip Studio Paint so that you can efficiently maximize the use of 3D models. I remember the first time that I tried making a webtoon, like my very very first webtoon. It was really hard to set up 3D models, and I'm kind of in denial that I don't want to use it, that it looks like cheating to me too. But as time goes by, I slowly realized that it is really important to use 3D models, especially if you're a beginner and you don't really know how perspective works and you did not master the basics in drawing. So it kind of helps beginners to learn as well, like when you realize that it's not just a tool for making your process faster, it was also a tool for learning. So if you just maximize how to use it efficiently, you will realize how important it is to use 3D models. And by the way, if you're reading our webtoon Flame Between Shadow and Ice and you don't want any spoilers and you're watching this, please, please don't. Because these are pretty much a spoiler episode for you guys. But if it's okay for you, then alright. It benefits me too with your views. So yeah, let's talk about the webtoon itself. I'm not very sure how the story will go with this one, unlike Getting It Straight, because I've read the whole novel of Getting It Straight up until book 2, but I still haven't finished the book 2. Only the first book, and it was extremely hilarious. And the secondhand embarrassment from the female lead is really, really funny. So this webtoon, or the story of this webtoon, is kind of new to me. First, I've never read a GL webtoon before, aside from Saphira's girlfriend Manuel on Webtoon Original. Hi, Saphira. Shout out to you. And second of all, I've never heard about a baseball Yuri before. So I had no idea. But in the summary, it says life at Crestmont High has never been kind to Lunaria. So Lunaria is the main character for this story. Bullied for her being too nerdy, she tried to stay in the shadows. That's why the title has shadows in it, Flame Between Shadow and Ice. But everything shifts when a single pitch puts her on the same path as Ashtoreth Cresmont. Well, the name Ashtoreth, really, when I first heard it, it was so unique. So Ashtoreth is the campus ice queen who bros both the school and the baseball field. So basically, as the summary suggests, I think they would become a battery, as they call in baseball term, So one is a pitcher and the other is a catcher. So yeah, let's continue. On the field, their chemistry is undeniable. Every game pulls them a little closer than before. While off the field, every glance and every moment makes it more difficult to deny the flame building between them. Oh hell. But Ashtoreth carries a secret that could break what's beginning to grow. Alright, now that sounds like a plot. Like a plot. So their flame is getting stronger, but can it survive the shadows of Lunaria's past and the eyes around Ashtoreth's heart? Or will fear stop their flame before it can turn into something real? Tea. Alright, I've read this before. I just read it for you guys again. So, what do you think about the summary for Flame Between Shadow and Ice? Isn't it interesting? Because when the writer spoiled the whole plot to me, I was kind of, whoa, that's so different from the most of the story that I've read before. Like, holy. It's not your typical Yuri story, and definitely not your typical story overall. Like, there's a lot that's going to happen, and the title says everything about the story. You just need to think very, very deep about it, because in sentence it looks simple, but in the story, oh, be ready. It's much, much deeper than what you're seeing and what you just read so far. And by the way, one of the major plot is about to be revealed very, very soon when we came back from the 2-month hiatus. And it's kind of funny too, because We started promoting Flame Between Shadow and Ice during my streams on TikTok, and we were just really overwhelmed and surprised by the support of LGBTQ community for reading our series from the very start. And some of them, I mean most of them, have been really waiting for the release of Play Between Shadow and Ice. And we were like, what's happening? Why are the why are there so many subscribers already on the very first month? Like we only uploaded the first summary of Flame Between Shadow and Ice, and the very next day, or no, the very next week, we already got 1,000 subscribers. We haven't even uploaded a single episode yet. That was just a summary. So where they all came from? Regardless, we are really happy because we get to monetize very early on our first few episodes on Webtoon. Yay! We got the ad revenue program. Yay! Plus, our supporters on Patreon were really really kind, and they stayed with us even though we took a two month break. What happens is that we aren't supposed to take a 2 month break actually, but there's this criteria on Webtoon where, I mean, it's not a criteria, a requirement on Webtoon where in order for you to get monetized on the ad revenue program or ad revenue sharing program, you must meet the requirement of 1,000 subscribers plus 100,000 views for the whole month. For the whole month, not for the rest of your Webtoon. For the whole month only. That's the reason why we came upon a decision to release all the episodes at once. Like all of our buffers were gone. We weren't supposed to upload them, but we did for the sake of the monetization program. So here we are now, taking a hiatus and preparing for the next comeback. And finally, we're coming back this May 29. Actually, we just came back on Patreon today, May 14. And patrons have already the early access for the first 2 episodes that were about to come out on May 29th. So if you want to read ahead of the episodes from Webtoon, you can just support us on our Patreon if you want. So yeah. Overall, my experience in working on Flame Between Shadow and Ice so far was nothing more than joy, if I may say. It's joy and contentment and a new experience and lots of learning as well. Because sports, it was pretty hard to execute. Especially, I don't know anything about sports and I have to study baseball. I have to study the girls' love, which I don't know how it works. I only know the boy ex-girl romance. That's the only thing I know, but I'm willing to learn, so whatever it is, give it to me and I will try to learn it. But for this time, I want it to be paid. So for those guys who are asking me to create a BL story, please please request to me if you are a client. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. Of course, I know how much readers want to read a new story, a new BL, a new GL, a new straight romance. I've been there too, but now that I know how Webtoon works and how long it could take you to finish a chapter and how long it could take you to finish a whole series, like it will take you about 3 years, especially if you don't have assistant at all, I stopped my delusions of requesting to other artists to before other series. You know, I will be just patiently waiting for the series that I've been reading instead of, say anything about how slow it is to update, because it really affects the creators' mental health. Like the way the readers are demanding more episodes on creators, it really does affect their mental health. Especially now that I am in the same shoes as them now. So, readers, please, please keep your composure, and please understand that creating a webtoon is not a snap of a finger. It takes a lot of time to work, and it's expensive too. So if you're reading it for free, just be grateful that you're reading it for free. So yeah, that's basically all that I want to talk about today. So I'm going to log out now. Now I'm going to rest now after doing the first 5 pages of this. But in this video, I would only show 3 pages because those 2 pages that I did are streamed on TikTok. So you won't be able to see the process of it. And also, those 2 pages have a new character designs on them, so most of the characters that I draw there were bald. Because they still don't have the character design. I haven't been able to do it yet because they are new characters that is about to enter the story. So if you would like to know how my storyboarding process works, you can check one of my video right here. It's the full process of making the storyboard for Getting It Straight chapter 19, I believe. So I recorded everything that needs to be done in this video, in this process, so you can check it out and you might learn something from my process. I hope. That's all for now, and thank you for watching this video and working with me if you're also working in your webtoon or just doing an illustration or digital art on your own, whatever. And I hope you would subscribe to my channel and support my literature journey here, and support our webtoon too. Subscribe to our webtoons and read them if you have time, and comment on some episodes. We would really love to hear your reactions and how you feel about the episode. So bye for now. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you in the next video.